Hi, welcome to another 2-minute tip. This is one that's going to try and help you find your way around the fingerboard a little bit more, open up some of those chords and help you understand what you're doing with them, and at the same time you're going to find some chords that you might not have known. If you know how to play a major chord or a minor chord, you can turn the major chord into a 7th chord or the minor chord into a minor 7th chord with this simple little trick. What we do is we find the note within the chord that is the same letter name as the chord name. So in a C, we'd find the note of C. In a G minor chord, we'd find the note of G. And then we lower that note by 2 frets. Now, it won't always work because sometimes there won't be 2 frets left for you to lower it. But let's try some. If you know a G chord, like this, we have to find the G in that chord. Well, there are actually 2. The open G string is of course a G, but if you play your 2nd string, you'll find that's also a G. We can't lower an open string, but we can lower that one at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And of course, when we lower that 2 frets, what we end up with is a G7 chord. Now you probably already know a G and a G7 chord, but have you ever stopped to consider that that's the difference between them? The note of G has been lowered by 2 frets. Let's try another one. The A chord. If you know how to play an A chord, we need to find the A. Well, again, there are 2 A's. There's the one on the 4th string, and then there's the open 1st string. Open string, big no-no, we can't lower those. Can we lower this one? Yes, we can take this one and lower it by 1, 2 frets. So we end up with that. And again, you probably already knew that was an A7, but had you noticed that's the difference between the 2? Let's try a minor chord and do the same thing. Let's try one that we've already had as a major chord, G minor. Now we already know which note to move. It's the same one we moved before. It's this G note hiding underneath our ring finger. So we lower that 1, 2 frets and it will now be at the same fret as this finger here. So we have to hold down both of those. And that is your G minor 7. And again, you might have played both of those, but because we sometimes have to refinger, we don't spot that it's just one note changing. And it's always the note that's the name of the chord that's being lowered by 2 frets. Try it on some of the major and minor chords that you know. You might find that some of them you can't do because the note you need to move is, say, at the 1st fret and it can't go down 2 steps, or it's an open string and it can't go down 2 steps. But it's still worth having a play around with these because it starts to help you understand how these chord shapes relate to each other and how you can start to work out a chord you don't know without having to reach for the chord book. I hope this has helped and I'll see you again soon. Bye.